guys, welcome back to Vying for Versailles, and we're playing our hedonism save file this time because I figured this is our first day in Prince Philippe's retinue, so I figure maybe, I don't know, he seems kind of interesting, and I love how everyone like talks about him, but we haven't actually like met him yet, so I don't know what he's gonna be like. I don't know if I'm gonna actually like him, but just in case I do, I opened up a save file for him. I don't know. Because they mentioned a line about something, I forget what they said. They said that either he was really into, playing around, or he was smart enough to pretend like that's all he was. And that really struck me, or something like that. I can't remember the exact line, but yeah. I'm interested. So yeah, I started with the hedonism one because I forgot, I kind of wrote it off to begin with, and so I'm kind of curious how it plays out. I don't know. So we'll see. Curtsy for the king. Oh, also we have our debut in court, or something like that. Oh, the gunshots. After the gunshots ring out, Alexandre and I run outside. The cold air gushes over us, bearing with its heady perfume of the garden's tuberoses. Two young men splash in the fountain, waving their flintlocks overhead, laughing. Okay, so it's not a punishment. They're just messing around with guns, which is an incredibly dangerous thing to do. They are, for lack of a better phrase, royally drunk. Chevalier Philippe of Lorraine, get out of that fountain immediately. Grouse are not waterfowl, my prince. We'll find none here. I'm always seeking the wrong thing in the wrong place. Prince Philippe sounds mournful, like he meant more by that. Maybe he's talking about love, not hunting? Why are you hunting in the middle of the night? No, but they're just drunk, though. Okay, not a great first impression. I was just like, oh, I wonder what he's like. Drunk off his ass. Not a great first impression, however. Okay, we'll see. Monsieur, let me help you from the fountain. The gunshot has attracted more than my attention and Alexandre's. Aristocrats gather around the scene. What do I think of their drinking? I'm glad they're happy. They're just having fun. It shows bad judgment. I think the middle one is hedonism, judgment, calculation, and the top one is probably altruism. You're happy, the other people are happy. So, I think we go with this one. A nighttime romp through the cool, clean air. It sounds perfect. I wish I could join in. The king emerges with Louise on his arm. The two of them have rumpled clothing like they hurriedly dressed. Lord. Brother, what is the meaning of this? Do not be angry, my king. Hear him out. Looks like they're still more involved than not. Your choice will change your relationship with the king. I don't know how I feel about that. His power makes... Oh, no. He's an interesting person. His affairs make me nervous. I want to steal him. No. I'm not interested. So I want to say the bottom one. However, what do they mean by that? What does that mean? Like, should I just like kind of stay neutral? I don't want to be on his bad side, obviously. But like, this seems like my private thoughts, but it was said it would reflect my relationship, and so I'm interested. How about we just say he's interesting? I'm interested in him as a human being, perhaps as a friend. Yeah, we'll go with that. We'll go with that. Okay, I feel good about that. I'm curious about this man, the man who leads all fronts. Yeah. Meaning? Must there be a meaning? Does my life have a meaning? Whoa! Go home and go to bed. You disturbed our slumber. Yeah, you were definitely sleeping. Armand and Catherine hurry to help Prince Philippe and Chevalier Philippe from the fountain. The drunken men, stumbling and laughing, drag their dripping selves from the water. I put them to bed, Alexandre. I know I did. I didn't know they... She seemed so upset. Why? I know you did. What should I do? It's the diamond rush right now, so... Okay, we have some choices here. We can help Armand and Catherine bring the prince home. Okay. Console Henrietta. Stay close to King and Louise. I'm not gonna do that third one. I don't know. Well, on hedonism, I'm kind of vibing with this, so let's just see how we go. Oh my gosh. That's the problem with events. Sometimes the loading takes forever. I'm gonna be here for a while, guys. Oh wait, no, we've gone. We made it. Looks like you two might have your hands full. May I help? Thank you. Please, if you could get the doors. It's the least I can do. We have the same retinue, are we not? Oh, okay, that line wouldn't be there if I was on someone else's retinue, okay. Very helpful, thank you. Alexandre takes Prince Philippe's firearm. Thank you, please take that away. I promise to care for your flintlock, monsieur. I will get it cleaned and dried, and if you wish to go shooting in the morning, it will be ready. But what if I see a grouse on the way to bed? In the hallways. It is wild in our father's hunting lodge, but not so wild as that. Go to sleep, brother. Before you wake our mother, you will disappoint her. As if I have not already. Come, let us bring you to bed. I hope that we hear that from you in another context one day. You do like to be shocking, Chevalier, and I won't tolerate it. You're too innocent, and I like to be shocked. Look forward to when you sober up. So this is him particularly. He's not, I don't know. I don't think he's my type, so I'm just like, okay, I'm okay. Let's say you look forward to when you sober up. I wasn't looking forward to it before, but I am now. As am I. I don't know what I don't know what that means, but they are both seem happy. Sure. Come to bed. Catherine helps Chevalier Philippe out of the fountain, slinging his arm around her shoulder. Armand holds his hand out to Prince Henrietta. Oh, I'm reading this completely wrong. Armand holds his hand out to the prince. Henrietta is still upset. Yeah, but I wonder why she's so upset, though. Is she, like, responsible for them? I walk with them, opening doors as we go. Prince Philippe is murmuring to himself. He must not know. What if he knows? No, he can't. No, what? When we reach Prince Philippe's room, his manservants take over, leaving me alone with Armand and Catherine. The two look exhausted, but also awake. That gunshot woke me up. Are you as wakeful as we are? What do I want to do? Pose a card game. I like to go to my room. I walk Catherine to her room. I walk Amar into his room. I don't know. Maybe we should like try to chat with them. Maybe a card game. Okay, I love the idea. Which games do you prefer? You'll have to teach me the rules of your favorite games. I'm afraid I haven't had many opportunities to play. Will they take the bait? We are excellent instructors. I promise you, we will not try to separate you from your money, or at least not too much of it. I don't have that much. Ambiguous? Should I lie? Say that I don't know its rules? Ambiguous? What is that? Let me explain the rules to you. Please. The first few rounds I ask questions and advice, behaving tentatively. I make a few poor decisions, but I still win. Another? I like that. Then I begin to play in earnest. Soon I have a tiny pile of coin. Beginner's luck. I like lucky people. I always hope the luck will brush off on me, like gold powder. They're happy I took their money. They're gracious losers. I suppose they can afford it. We play long into the night until our witty remarks become yawns. I excuse myself and walk myself back to my new room. With satisfaction, I remember every turn. I'm already becoming more familiar with Versailles. Okay. As Alessandra settles the court and Almond and Catherine escort the drunken princess continuing to their bedrooms, I approach Henrietta. She seems distraught, her eyes red-rimmed as if she's on the verge of crying. Why would Prince Philippe's poor behavior have such an effect on her? Are you alright? No, Do you ever feel like you're standing in a hallway with two choices, to go right or left? Then you make your choice, but you always wonder. Often. It's like I can see the other path, the fate that didn't become mine. She's referring to how she was meant to marry Prince Philippe. Does she feel responsible, or is it something else? Oh, I've been drinking. I'm a wreck. I just want to go lay down. I take this as my cue and I guide her back indoors. I'm not certain where her bedroom is, but once she's moving, her feet carry her in the right direction. You're beautiful. Will you take your pick of lovers? She should drink a glass of water before she goes to bed. May I kiss you? You need to go to sleep. Oh, you're no fun. I will kiss you, Melody. I'll be the first at court to claim your lips. I'll have that. I flush, my body feeling hot. I don't know how I feel about her presumption. Please, Henrietta, you've been drinking. I promised myself I'd never be forgotten. I'd be famed for more than being the daughter of a dead, decapitated king. I can't even remember him. Do you think I'm beautiful too? Yeah. In ancient Greece, they would have used you as a model for a statue of Aphrodite. I like you. I never considered how King Charles of England's execution would impact his daughter as a person. Before, he was just a king that my relatives discussed around the dinner table, news, history. But he was her father, and she's right here, and he's dead. I wish I'd known him. What do you think my life would have been like? Do you think I would have been happier? Oh, poor thing. I don't know, maybe, but I don't know if dwelling on the past like that allows you to appreciate what's special about today. A tap on her door, a maidservant assessing what must be a familiar situation, guides Henrietta into her room. I walk back. Even from here, I found my way to my new room. I'm proud. Henrietta may have led me on a confusing route, but already I'm learning the ways of Versailles.
Hey.
Oh, 1 second. Okay, a quick message. Wicker news. I don't know if it's because of unfamiliar servants while around my room, sitting on breakfast, or if it's nervousness. I think people walking around in your space. I washed at the basin, enjoying the warm water scented with sandalwood and the roughness of the linen cloth against my skin. I turned to my wardrobe. Now to pick out the perfect dress for my introduction to court. White with lace and diamonds. Azure with jet. That's sparkly. Or simple black now. Probably not. And personally, I like this one or this one, but we gotta be fancy. We gotta be fancy. Oh, okay, we made it. Okay, now hair, probably. Your choices will impress the court. All relationships at court have improved. Oh no, not the expensive stuff tied to stats. Oh no. Oh, beautiful. It's exactly as I dreamed. No, it's better. Did I change my hair? Good choice. This will certainly impress even the most jaded courtier, whatever. It flatters your complexion. I'm certain to make an impression wearing this. But it's also so heavy, and the train is so long. Yeah, it looks heavy. Would you like me to fix your hair? I've been educated in hairs and know many styles that might flatter mademoiselle. Thank you. Okay, here's the hair choices. They're usually like closer together. This is interesting. Blonde with pearls, afro jeweled. Oh, that's cute. Chased coif. Okay, for hair, I assume it doesn't matter. These are adorable. I like the little tiara though. Wait, does this one matter for your choices? Oh no. It shouldn't. It's probably just a dress. I'm taking too long. I probably gonna cut this out. See, this is why I always cut this out, because I take forever deciding. We go. I feel like royalty. Your hedonism has changed your perceptions. The silks against my skin, the tightness of the stays in my corset against my ribs, the luxurious weight of the fabric. It's perfect. After I dress, Alexandre visits. I tell the maidservant to let him in. He surveys me, thoughtfully. You're missing something. What? Jewelry. Without jewelry, you might as well be presenting yourself to the king in the nude. I don't have any jewelry. Don't you? What do you got? I doubt anyone would recognize the jewelry you purloined from your Aunt Suzanne's house. Come, let's see your options. Where'd the pearl necklace come from? I only got the brooch. I guess you can get the pearl necklace somewhere else? You should pick one to wear. It will be much bolder. And here's some additional pocket money in case you need it. Okay. Thank you. Yet I feel ashamed as I stash the purse away. I haven't earned any generosity from you. Not yet. Remember, when you are presented to the king, you are to curtsy 3 times as you approach, each time deeper than the time before. When he acknowledges you, you may leave. At that point, you must curtsy 3 times as you back from the room. Oh, wait. No, I need to... Oh, gosh. You curtsy 3 times as you approach. So you approach, curtsy 3 times. Only when he acknowledges you, you can leave. So don't just get up there and then back out. So, and you only curtsy again as you're walking. So you curtsy on the move. Forwards and back 3 times. I'm gonna mess this up. Alright. At no point should you show your back to the king. It's a great insult. Okay. No turning around. If we see an option to turn around, we're not doing that. How can I walk backward to the door when I have this long train on my dress? The women of the court kick it back and away so they don't trip. Hope I can manage this maneuver. My goodness. I brought you a letter from your father. I skim it, then glance up at Alexandre in confusion. He's come into unexpected money? An inheritance? From an elderly great-great-uncle? But I know all of our relatives. You've certainly overstayed a welcome with enough of them. I told you, I have great resources. I know what the Princess of Monaco has for breakfast, as you keep saying. I could also know what the Princess of Monaco has for breakfast if I asked her. She's talkative. So, am I to believe that with your resources you happen to track down a recently deceased relative? Yes. It's Alexandre's money. My father writes to say it's an annual stipend, enough that he's leaving on Suzanne's to rent a house in Paris and hire a staff of 5. You know what they say about good fortune? What? That it comes as easily as it goes. Listen, you don't have to threaten me. I already understand that you're responsible for the money, buddy. So this is the carrot, whereas before he only had the stick. It sounds like the carrot and the stick to me. Your hedonism caused you to disregard Alexandre's manipulations. Oh, I don't like that. Okay. So I see I'm just going to be playing hedonism on like the back burner, probably just to romance Prince Philippe, if he turns out to be interesting. But I think my main one is probably still going to be calculation. Altruism is a bit too nice for court, I think. But I'll play that one on the back burner to romance Bonnat. Yeah. Who cares if the money comes from Alexandre or not? My father would get to live in luxury for the first time in years. Besides, getting in a fight with Alexandre about something he'll deny doesn't seem worth the effort. I'd rather have an enjoyable day. It's nice to have good news while wearing a beautiful dress on a beautiful morning. You must be grateful for your good fortune. I am, for my father's sake. Now, shall we go? Okay, wait. They did all that, but they made me forget. On the approach, three curtsies forward, wait for acknowledgement, 3 curtsies back. Lord. The 4th chapel of the chateau, used for the formal events, brims with courtiers, all standing and pressing toward the king. I am not first on the list. Do you see them? An academy of science would enrich the court. Jean-Baptiste. I believe we must improve the cavalry. The wild Carmagus, if bred to our stock, might... Michel? Hughes. Personally, I favor the cavalry, especially given the situation with Spain. They are still discussing the matters of this morning's high council with the king. It's clear they are an aristocracy, but they're also so confident, swimming like fish in this powerful sea. Who will be first? Jean-Baptiste. He has found a way to prevent his mail from being intercepted. Who wouldn't want private letters to remain private? Even so, I'll instruct you later today on what you need to do. I understand. I searched the room for familiar faces. Michel was so sad. I wait for my time, my presentation to the king. My heart pounds. My breath comes thick and fast, pressing my ribs against my stays. The tight corset digs into my skin. Beneath my arms and along my hips, the dress weighs on me. I feel dizzy from the perfumes, the chatter. Noise echoes in the vaulted ceilings. Steady. It's time. Remember what I taught you? Yeah? I walk forward. Nervousness turns all sound to a hum in my ears. Walk forward. Oh my gosh. It's so fast. 2, 3. I'm here. Hold. Oh my god. What did I miss? I curtsied 4 times. I know I did curtsy 4 times, but oh no. Am I gonna have to replay this whole thing? That's so annoying. That's so annoying. Alright, 2 things. So I looked it up because I'm not doing all this crap again. Number 1, so while I was doing that, I realized that if you go to bed, before when you decide like if you're gonna help Armand or whatever, or console Henrietta or so on and so forth, actually not taking any diving options increases your relationship with Alexandre. So I'm gonna be doing that on the calculation route, and I'm probably just gonna put that in earlier actually in the video, so I'm probably gonna play that one right after. Yeah, but apparently after the 3 curtsy you need to walk forward again. And I'm just like, seriously, bro. That's not what was said. So, take 2. With this, yeah. Let's go. So frustrated. I'm hungry. I haven't even eaten breakfast yet. And here we are. Alright. Here we go. For all the marbles. Walk forward. Curtsy 1, 2, 3. Walk forward. I'm here. Hold. Your curtsies are exquisitely graceful. You bend like a daffodil. You could have been educated in the Palais Royal since birth. Thank you very much. Thank you, my king. You may leave our presence, Mademoiselle de Noailles. Welcome to our court. What did Alexandre say about leaving the room? No, we don't turn our back. Back away with 3 curtsies. Please. I back away from King Louis, then curtsy. I remember what Alexandre said about tripping over the dresser's train. I kick it out behind me before I back away again and curtsy. The last one, then one last curtsy, one last kick, and I arrive at the back of the room again. I did it. You did well with your approach to the throne, and you departed the king's presence with equal grace. I am proud to be your sponsor, and I'm certain your father will be proud too when he hears of your performance. I flush with pleasure, but only offer him a nod. Thank you. As the business of the day seems complete, the courtiers meal and chat. The king speaks quietly to Jean-Baptiste, Michel, and Hughes. I can only assume they're talking about military versus science spending. The king beckons to Alexandre. Alexandre offers me a smile and a nod, then leaves me alone so that he can tend the king. Here I am, a solitary ship at sea. Who shall I venture to speak to? Nope. Adorable. Maybe. Okay. Alright. Okay. So I'm probably going to show 2 scenes of talking to Philippe and talking to Bonna. Yeah. Well, hedonism, we'll go with this first. Your hedonism has changed your motivations. What? Why? Oh, for fudge's sake, hold on. Okay, sorry, random tidbit, but my mom called to tell me about the sale that they have this week on, these flushable wipes that we get. They're normally like, what, $7, almost $8, and they're like $3.99, and so I need to go get like a bunch. I'm so sorry. That is so random. But anyway. What? Sure. I doubt that this qualifies as art in the sense that they do not need patronage. What are you talking about? Oh, okay, they were just having a side conversation. And speaking of jewelers, that dress, you're simply gorgeous in cloth of gold and those emeralds. I could kiss you. Go ahead. Kiss her? Why, that sounds like a beginning and not an ending. Tell me more, Henrietta, about your plans. What would you do next? Oh my gosh. Mademoiselle, thank you for my safe return to bed last night. I can't take the credit. Armand and Catherine did the heavy lifting. And it was very heavy indeed, my prince. But nothing we couldn't bear. Are you feeling recovered? Nothing a glass of wine, boiled eggs, and some ham couldn't cure. I find this true of most problems. Now that I'm sober, I'd like to welcome you to my retinue. Alexandre spoke highly of you. When? This morning, over the eggs. Trust Alexandre to show up at Prince Philippe's suite with the perfect hangover remedy. I curtsy in response to his complimentary tone, especially since you saved Armand from that wild horse. I did, monsieur. You're as beautiful as the Chevalier Philippe of Lorraine said, and even more graceful than you are beautiful, which is saying much, given your presentation to my brother. So, like, pretty much all of the things that I've done adds up to how people think, oh, that's so scary. They're like, oh, you did this, and this, and this. Like, oh, great. Seriously, your every move is being calculated. Oh, my God. I curtsy in acknowledgement. It feels like his retinue watches us. Armand and Catherine with bright interest, and Chevalier Philippe with intrigued distrust. Henrietta seems bored, but I suspect she's curious. We were discussing the nature of art when you joined us. What do you have to say on the subject? What points have already been made? I think art relates to cultural tradition. It speaks of the past, which is why so many great sculptures and paintings are inspired by the Greeks or the Romans or the holy books. Simply because tapestries can be sewn by women and feature fruit doesn't mean that they aren't art. Okay. The definition of art should include provoking emotion. A song that exalts the spirit is art, as much as Michelangelo's Pietà. For me, the definition has to do with money. If the artist only did this work and no other, they would starve. That is why all true art requires patronage. Oh, so you're saying that art only comes from those who are starving artists, per se? Like, are you saying, like, once they get recognized and famous for it, they no longer make real art? I don't know. And your thoughts, Chevalier Philippe? My thoughts concern the headache banging in my head. I wish Alexandra had bought me breakfast. But according to your definition, brother, art could be anything from a woodworker's table to a jeweler's necklace. They are craftsmen and do not hurt for money. Being beautiful doesn't make something art, doesn't it? Tell us your opinion, Melody, now that we have laid our debate at your beautiful feet. How will I impress them with my opinion? Stay quiet, say you agree with everyone. Yeah, neither one of these would suit and don't really make sense. Like, they're specifically asking you for your opinion, so they're expecting you to give one. And especially this is a group kind of really outspoken people. So I don't think staying quiet is the vibe for this group. And going along with it, they're also all very opinionated and they enjoy kind of challenging each other a little bit. So I don't think that's welcome here either. Yeah. So I can see why this is a diamond option. Your relationship with Prince Philippe and his retinue grows stronger. While Plateau believed art to be a corruption of the eternal truths, I believe the opposite. Namely, that art reaches toward the ideals behind the shadows. So you have read Aristotle? Of course. In the Greek? My father says that conversation crowns a woman's beauty. Isn't a woman's hair that crowns her beauty? Hair does not make an interesting topic of conversation. I disagree, but go on, Melody. According to Aristotle, art is a structured expression that relates to human experience. That, coupled with the artist's longing for truth, creates art. But what then is art? It is what the artist makes. Help me choose tonight's wines for my party. Monsieur? It shall be in my rooms, a small gathering, perhaps only 50 people, to celebrate my brother's announcement tonight at his fete. Fete? I don't know, something like that. I think after last night, Prince Philippe would need a rest, but he seems as voracious for life as ever. Irrepressible. I admire that. It would be my pleasure, my prince. I also must wonder if he has plans to judge me based on my taste in wine. Then, as most people seem to be leaving to entertain themselves for the afternoon, let's venture into the cellars. Not you, Chevalier. I intend to keep this lady off for myself. For now. Don't like that. Near Prince Philippe, the air tastes cool. His clothes smell like they've been laundered in cardamom, cinnamon, and vanilla. The servant sets a tray down the table next to us, leaving the wine samples out to breathe. I'll be serving that new wine from Don Perignon. I feel like I should know this because people talk about this all the time, but I don't pay attention to alcohol, so you know what it is. But I must also find alternatives in case the guests don't like it. It's flawed beverage. Fizzy. I'm afraid you think me ignorant on the subject of wines, monsieur. I find myself surrounded by people who know nothing but will not admit it, so I find you refreshing. Here, sample this. I'll sample this? It was a question. Sip. What do you think? I don't want him to think that I'm stupid. Fruity, I like it. Peppery, but not unpleasant. Bitter, it's unpleasant. I'll drink whatever's handed to me. If that doesn't sound hedonistic, I don't know what does. And I feel like or should we say something? But like, these all, I don't even know what it is. So, this was in like neutral? Lord. As do I, mademoiselle. As I play the hand of cards I've been given, it's not a bad hand. Because he's not a king and will never be a king. May I ask, the situation in your retinue seems complex. I heard that many in the court take multiple lovers, but I don't understand exactly. I don't mind you asking. It's better than presuming. I'm involved with Henrietta Armand and the Chevalier Philippe. Oh. Goodness. Wow. What's Armand's sister's name? What's her name? I don't remember what her name is. But he's not involved with her, though. That's interesting. And Catherine. Proud of my relationship with Armand. She goes where her brother goes. She's not bitter. Oh. Is that true? Perhaps she cannot afford to be bitter, given that he's a prince of France. Yeah. And none are jealous that you sit here with me? Chevalier Philippe, perhaps. Jealousy is very unsophisticated, don't you think? Depends on the jealousy, I guess. Actually, but to be fair, if you go in a relationship and you say that you're going to have an open relationship from the beginning, so everybody understands that that's what this is, and the other person agreed to that, like you both had this conversation and you both agreed to being in an open relationship, being polyamorous, then getting jealous later, yeah, I do think that's unsophisticated. Because, I mean, you agreed to that, and if you wanted something different, you know, you should just have a conversation about that. Like, are you willing to maybe just make it just us? And if not, you need to accept that because that's what y'all agreed to in the beginning. You can't expect that to just change and just be mad about it. You know? So, that's my thoughts on it. Does sophistication have anything to do with jealousy? What would you want? Choice will impact your relationship with him. What should I tell him I expect? A faithful lover, freedom for all, freedom for myself. Not sure. I'm not interested in him. Personally, I'm not down with being polyamorous, so yeah, sorry. I prefer a lover who has devoted to me as I would be in return. An opinion that I, or anyone who would want to be your lover, should respect. Did he just say he wanted to... Here, taste this. Okay, I appreciate the expect on it. It's much lighter. May I ask you a question? If I may actually want in return. What were you so nervous about when we brought you to bed? You were saying someone mustn't know. Who mustn't know what? Ooh. I don't know if I should ask that. Sometimes an important aspect of living at court isn't only what you do or say, but who people think you are. I depend on my brother for every coin that I spend, and I have nothing to do but spend coins. Sometimes I worry that he'll take it all away. Gosh. That must be really tough. That sounds stressful. Look, kind of like your situation with Alexander right now. Like, if I don't do what he says, and that's it. He cuts me off, he cuts my father off, and then we're just kind of done. So yeah, I totally can relate, dude. That's crazy. Here, our last option. What was your question for me? Only this. Which wine shall I feature at my party? Aside from Don Perignon, fizzy drink. Which wine should I recommend? Let's go ahead and recommend a wine. What a difficult decision. They're also delicious. Yeah, you must choose. Oh, I was not paying attention. Oh no, I thought they had the names up. Oh my gosh. Didn't she say she liked one? Was it the last one? I think she mentioned the first one, and then the second one, I think she said something about it being lighter. And then the last one, she was like, I like it. It's sweet. I like sweet stuff. Which one was sweet? Maybe the Bordeaux. You have expensive taste. This is one of the finest wines we have available to us. Whatever it is, we got it. And that is what I should give you too, as a gift to bring back to your room. A wine from the King's Own cellars, so you may pass the time with someone. I can't imagine passing the time more pleasantly than I have here with you. Oh, bottle of wine. Thank you for that. He seems so relaxed. I wonder if I could learn more about Alexandre. I need to escape his control somehow. What do you know of Alexandre? My brother's valet? Why do you care? He was sponsoring me at court. It seems like I should know something. He's never even spared me a time. Except this morning. He won't speak to you? No, of course he will. He's polite. It's only that I mean nothing to him. We may have grown up together, all three of us. Interesting. He may have served my brother since we were all children, but he's always been my brother's plaything. It's hard for me to believe he wouldn't harbor some affection for you. He cares only to serve my brother. Even when Louis had typhoid and smallpox, and everyone thought he perished and I'd inherit, Alexandre stayed by his side. He didn't serve me. He's loyal. He's only loyalty, in fact. So he has no hobbies? He cuts the king's hair. That's not what I mean. Such a mysterious figure, and yet Alexandre has his hand in all workings in the government. No wonder it disturbs him that he can't get his hands on Jean-Baptiste's mail. Thank you for your company today. I'm going to leave to dress for supper. I send a leave and curtsy my thanks. When I approach, Queen Anne turns to me and raises her... Your altruism has changed your motivations. Queen Anne turns to me and raises her eyebrows askance. The newest member of my retinue has deigned to join me. Mademoiselle, you need to be better trained. You should have been attending me this morning and helping me dress. Whoop, sorry. Oh, and this one, I'm in her retinue. Never mind that I had to dress for my presentation. Apologies, Queen Anne. I shall strive to do better. Perhaps your lady-in-waiting could assist me? I wouldn't say Bonnat is so excellent at waiting on me as that, but I don't see why I should object to you learning from how to better yourself. I admire ambition. Goodness. Gosh. That said, you displayed remarkably good taste with that dress. It pays to make a strong impression on your presentation to the court, and cloth of gold, emeralds, will do just that. It looks beautiful on you. Oh! Melody, I'm glad to see you. Did you like the hairpin? Yes, I adore it. I brought it with me and plan to wear it again soon. Ah, I'm so glad that you're in the retinue with me, with Queen Anne. Many of the other ladies are older than I, and so it would be good fortune to have you as my friend and companion. Assuming you do wish to be friends? Her happiness is so heartfelt that I can't help but smile. How would you advise her to better herself, Bonna? Uh-oh. I would advise having a direct conversation with the leader in your household to see what their expectations are. Every household seems to differ in its inner workings. Good advice. Queen Anne, for example, expects her ladies to attend her in the mornings to help her dress and to tell her the day's news, so we must rise early and be prepared. Your entrance to court was more graceful than mine, I'm afraid. Some may think you're lowering your standards to be seen with me. You're such a chatterbox, Bonna. Don't you know that those of lower station must not speak unless spoken to by their superiors? Lord! But you have been speaking to me this whole morning, madam. I have a question for you, mademoiselle. Have you yet noticed the pattern of which doors are open for whom? Now she's testing me. Search for clues? I searched the room for hints. Luckily, Prince Philippe leaves at the same time as Hughes, Jean-Baptiste, and Michel. The ushers open both double doors for Prince Philippe, but for the ministers, they only open one of the two doors. Having both doors open like that must be a status symbol restricted to the royal family. The relationship with Anne and Bonnat is stronger. The ushers open both doors for royalty, such as yourself, madame, but for lesser nobility, we receive only the honor of one door being opened for us. Very good. You're not completely ignorant. It took me time to see that pattern. Your awareness of etiquette and honor, and the honor you pay to your superiors pleases me, mademoiselle. As pleased as you are, I am even more pleased to be recognized by someone with such wit and intelligence. It is well you compliment me. It is customary at court that when speaking with the superior, one must pay a compliment. To not compliment one's superior is the gravest insult. Okay, so I think this whole time she's just instructing. She's like in instructor mode. She's like, do this is what you do. I kind of vibe with it. The superior is the gravest insult. Compliments come naturally when speaking to the most powerful woman in France. She's very good, but you can take lessons from this one. Suddenly I become aware that Queen Anne, who seems such a stickler for protocol, has little to do but police the courtiers. Once, when her son was young, she ruled France with Cardinal Mazarin. However much her son values her opinion, now she must find purpose elsewhere. Queen Anne makes her excuses. She intends to pray in the chapel this evening regarding the state of affairs with Spain. This leaves Bonnat and me standing in the emptying room. Have you seen the menagerie? I want to walk there this afternoon to look at the animals. Many have only just arrived. Would you like to join me? Thank you for the invitation. I would. Okay. She is so cute. So lovely. It's such a change. The walk takes me 20 minutes. I meet Bonnat outside what looks like a miniature palace. This is Darius the Great. He's got a small body but a big personality. Have you ever been to a menagerie before? No, I've never even seen a tiger. Come, they're beautiful. At other menageries, they make the animals fight each other to the death, but King Louis forbade that. These animals are merely here to live noble lives and to enhance his glory. Okay, that's 1 point for the king. Much as we are. We walk between the cages. I'd expect the dog to bark, but Darius is quiet in Bonnat's arms, content to be pressed close to her chest. I can't blame him for that. King Louis was the first to ever divide animals by species, to keep them all safe. They don't do that elsewhere, and it's more dangerous for the animals. Oh, yeah. Goodness, can you imagine? As we walk, looking into the various enclosures of the jaguars and chameleons, I feel more and more trapped. It's Alexandra's control over me, and now my father too. I hate it. I'm like one of these caged animals. How can I escape his clutches? Interesting. What do you know of Alexandra? Oh, I wonder what she tells us. Alexandra who? He's my sponsor at court. I know so little of him. I'm not sure what will please him. Perhaps you should ask him yourself? Oh my, she's so cute. Stop. People aren't always honest about what they want. It's always best to start with asking, whether it's with a gift or a kiss. You never know until you ask. Oh my god. Why is she so freaking cute? What if I offend him? By asking? There's nothing to be done for that, but to answer your question, I don't know him. Ah. I live my life at court. The king is surrounded by men, powerful men, wealthy men, relatives begging favors. He has his servants, his functionaries, his advisors, his priests, his bureaucrats. I don't know them all. Yet I know Alexander numbers the most powerful and the most secretive. That Jean-Baptiste has foiled him and sends letters that are intercepted is a problem for him, yeah. The ostrich enclosure has sand like a desert, and the waterfowl swim in an indoor pond. Storks and pelicans got back at us. Why do you love menageries? Sometimes, when I look through the bars, I feel as if I'm the one on the inside and they're standing on the outside looking in. Okay. So she could also relate. Okay. I love how they draw parallels between whoever you're going to go see. That's pretty cool. We're all kept animals. We must be beautiful, entertaining, and noble. If we misstep, if we are too wild, then we, like animals, can be put down or sent away. You speak from experience? I was briefly involved with King Louis before I understood what he wasn't what I wanted. I was grieving, you see. I lost my lover to illness, and my father found out. How do I feel about Bonna's previous romances? Everyone has a history. Too complicated. I wish I could comfort her. Yeah. I'm sorry. That sounds so painful. I reach out and touch her on the shoulder. She turns to me and smiles. Suddenly, we seem so close. I reach out and embrace her. We stand for a moment like that, her forehead resting on my shoulder, her breath tickling my skin. Until Darius wiggles and barks. Oh, hush you. Look at this jealous little boy. I take it your father reacted poorly. Very. And now to be married to the master of the hunt. To become one of his animals. We're gonna do something about that. We're gonna have to do something about that. Listen, I'm gonna have to have Alexandre, so we're gonna have to start pulling some strings, cause, no. What would you do if you had a choice? I'd be free. Perhaps, this is silly, I'd want to become a parfumier. It isn't silly, I love perfumes. Many ladies in court have signature scents, and if you do not have one, I'd be honored. Perhaps it'd be a way to show my father I have talent in this, and that is no mere hobby. Can I make you a custom scent? Yes, please. I don't have a signature scent yet, no, but I'd adore it if you made me one. What scents do you like? What type of perfume do I like? Sweet for sure. I like it sweet too. Oh! She's flirting with me. Well, I make you a custom perfume. You should have something more unique. Here is one that I blended recently, after we met. How lucky I am to be with you here today. Oh, so cute. Thank you. Brunel smiles at me, genuinely happy that her gift has pleased me. She's such a generous person. I find myself smiling back, warmth in the center of my chest. Come, it's late, almost dinner. Tomorrow, the party of the Island of Enchanted Delights will begin. Will I see you there? Oh yes, I wouldn't miss it. You're lucky you have a room. Most guests will be sleeping in their carriages. Not just a room, but my pick of rooms. Alexandre is powerful indeed. Enough to hopefully change her fate here. She's not marrying some rando. Until tomorrow, then. As I watch her walk away, I can't help but admire her grace. She wears a heavy court dress as born to it. Her step is springy as a gazelle's. Okay, interesting. Okay, we're learning some little facts. On the way back to my bedroom in the chateau, I see new guests arriving. Wealthy aristocrats from all around France, ambassadors, bureaucrats, and nobility from the countries as distant as Siam. Their carriages line the drive. I'm lucky I have a bedroom in Versailles. I suspect many gracious nobles will sleep in their carriages tonight. Also, they can say that they were in Versailles. Like me, they wish to walk the corridors of power and influence. But unlike me, they haven't already won the interest of someone in power. Soon, Alexandre will instruct me. Jean-Baptiste can send his mail without Alexandre intercepting it, and Alexandre hates that. What will they have me do? Okay. Interesting. Alright. We're kind of getting into vibes of court. I feel like things will, episodes can, venture wildly depending on who you're with. So that's always interesting, but I need to go eat. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and end this part right here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, go ahead and hit the like button. Love, subscribe to see more content like this, and I will see you next time. Bye!